Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oregon State's offense will get the first possession of the game. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Give to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Beavers moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man, it's Spears. He finds his man. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The run from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it...
Touchdown, Beavers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Green Wave offense heads onto the field for their first possession of the game. You know, David, both of these teams have a strong safety that can support the run and also disruptive in the passing game.
I mean, it's just so nice to have a guy that's so physical, like a linebacker, but also can play like a DB. These guys are really revolutionizing defenses.
They hit people, too. They are heat-seeking missiles. Nobody wants to run over the middle of the field against these guys.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Beavers will hustle to the line. Red pass, it's complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Comes out throwing on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Second down now after the sack. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Looking to throw, it's Spears. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State. The defense flailed at him like he was slathered in baby oil and wrapped in rattlesnakes. They didn't get close to him.
It's hard, man. The dude's so fast, but he's still allowed to throw it. He can still run it. He's so hard to get a handle on, and I tell you what, that's why he makes big plays time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Tulane, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. They go to the counter.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Dropping back, it's Spears. Got the back over the middle. At the 35, he's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Beavers want to move quickly.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Tackled immediately after the catch. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Coming after it. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Beavers are on the move. To the ground with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They'll try to pick up the first. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Beavers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, the defense thought they had a plan for this option attack, and this quarterback, they repped against it in practice all week, but it's one thing to do it against your scout team, and it's one thing to try to stop that guy. He is very dangerous. That's already the 2nd rushing touchdown using the option.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Abraham. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
If a free safety comes blitzing, you've got to throw a slant behind it to the receiver. So that time the quarterback and receiver, they may not have been on the same page.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The give on the inside. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Beavers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Now he's looking to throw it. Real drills it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Tulane, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. At midfield, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Raymond. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Now on second and short.
Brings up second down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Beavers!
Touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon State, 35. Tulane, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch down the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Green Wave. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Chris, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
On on to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Oregon State, 35. Tulane.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Working that left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Spears. Now adjusting. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. BYU has the lead right now, but this Lavelle Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by just 1 over Kansas State.
Touch pass on the run.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to pass. It's Abraham. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll bring it back. It's Thorne. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Beavers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
The extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown.
Tulane, 14.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Boy, they've been looking for a deep man. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? After the misfire, now on second down. Dropping back, it's Abraham. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up. Back to the air one more time. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit.
Number 14, on to punt it away.
Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
The Beavers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Using the quick game. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man down the middle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He'll do it himself. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. The give to the back. Oh, what a caught. Touchdown, Tulane. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score.
Tulane, 21.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Second down coming up.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Powers through. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Spears. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun. Wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the Beavers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He's going to pass on 2nd down. The quick out. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
3rd down coming.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State! And the pummeling has started. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Kansas State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Thorne working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Hand off from the shotgun. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Back to throw, it's Russo. Good timing on the quick out. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Keeps the legs moving.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! And the stomping has commenced. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
63, Tulane, 21.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Abraham. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know.
Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
You gotta love aggressive offenses. You get 3rd down and short, a lot of defenses thinking run. They got 4th down in their back pocket. This offense is aggressive, takes the shot, makes the big play, goes from their side of the field to now set up 1st and goal.
Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2 on this drive and trying to do it again and score a touchdown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Field goal is good. Let's not say they cut into the left side of that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingertip. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Gets it out fast. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Dropping back, it's Abraham. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. He's taking a deep shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw it again. Complete to the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Still looking, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Now from inside the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Sims.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.